You'll also help me out whenever I say the words Mr. Owl said hoot hoot. They all shall say,
Aw, tweet tweet.
Let's show them how it goes. Mr. Owl said hoot hoot.
Aw, tweet tweet.
Mr. Owl said hoot hoot.
Aw, tweet tweet.
So let's begin the journey of Nosey the elephant and how the elephant got its trunk. Long ago on the Great Plains of Africa, there once was a time when the mighty elephant herd looked a lot different than they do today. They still had big floppy ears, long sharp tusks, and gigantic bodies. But they didn't have long trunks like they do now to go. Instead, they had little short noses, and when they spoke, they said. Nosey the elephant was a baby elephant, and Nosey was always asking lots of questions from his elephant aunties and uncles and his mother. He would say, why is the sky blue? Or, do I have to eat this grass for supper? Or, do I have to go to bed at sunset? One day after all of his questions, Nosey's mother said, and told him to go play. Nosey trotted off into the forest, where he heard a sound he had never heard before. He peeked his nosy little nose through the bushes, and there he saw Mr. Owl, his backup singers, the Colocolo birds, and the animal band getting ready for the Savannah Talent Show. The hippopotamus was there stomping her foot to keep the rhythm. Stomp with me. The gorilla pounded his chest. And Mr. Owl said, hoo hoo.
Ah, tweet tweet.
Mr. Owl said, hoo hoo.
Ah, tweet tweet.
Nosey loved the sound the animal band was making, and he ran right into their practice. But Mr. Owl had no time for nosy baby elephants. And he shooed Nosey away. Nosey stomped off. Never had such language been heard from a baby elephant. But Nosey was telling them that he was going to start his own animal band. He just had to find a hippopotamus to help him keep the rhythm. Nosey went to the river, because surely that's where the hippopotamuses were. But when he got to the river, there was no hippopotamuses at all. Just a big, green, scaly crocodile swimming in the water. Maybe Mr. Crocodile knew where the hippopotamuses went. So Nosey went to the edge of the water and, using his best elephant manners, said, but the crocodile just gone. Nosey splashed a little ways into the water and got right in the crocodile's face and said louder, but that's when trouble struck, when the crocodile clamped down on Nosey's poor little elephant nose. Nosey tried to pull himself free, but the crocodile would not let go. The animal band was coming to the river for a drink of water, and they heard Nosey's cry, and they saw he was in trouble. So they formed a line and began to pull on his tail, and they pulled, until finally Nosey's nose shot free from the crocodile's mouth. Nosey had never made a sound like that before, but now he could thanks to his nice, long trunk. Nosey loved the sound, and so did Mr. Owl. So that night at the Savannah Talent Show, the hippopotamus kept her rhythm with the foot stomp. Stomp with me. And the gorilla pounded his chest. And Nosey the elephant was the new trumpet player for Mr. Owl's band. And Mr. Owl said, hoot hoot.
Ah, sweet sweet.
Mr. Owl said, hoot hoot.
Ah, sweet sweet.
And to this very day, all of the elephants that you see all have nice long trunks. Thanks to Nosey the elephant, who had lots of questions, but one day got the wrong answer from the wrong type of animal. So what do we learn from this story today? We learned that young people, it's okay to be curious and ask questions, but make sure you ask a trusted adult, like your parents, your grandparents, your teachers, your uncles, or not your uncles, because your uncles sometimes give you bad advice, but your aunties and other trusted adults to get the right answer that you need.
So a trusted adult, a police officer, a librarian, an adult that you can trust.
An adult that you can trust. But there's a message for us not so young people too.
Not so young people.
Not so young people. Lots of times as parents, we're surrounded by children who have lots of questions. And no matter how tired or busy we are, we have to take time to answer those questions. We have 3 daughters, and we take them on the road sometimes, and our backseat sounds like a 1950s doo-wop song. Where are we going? When are we getting there? How are we going to get there? And why? And no matter how tired we are, we have to stop and answer questions for them. Because if we don't, they might go ask the wrong type of adult, and they might get an answer from a crocodile. So, that's today's story of Nosey the elephant and how the elephant got his trunk. And that was the end of that.